Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. We'll be getting started shortly. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader weekly broadcast. I am Sami, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend has been great. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about the market. We'll talk about some amazing swing ideas for the week. But before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever I discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel, be sure to download the free ebook. Link for that is in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about the market. As I said, we're going to talk about some swing ideas. And we'll start off with the market. If you find benefit in today's video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave a comment or email us, info@t3live.com. So the market started to get a little bit extended. I mean, if you look at this is the chart of the SPY, I guess. I mean, we started to go a little vertical here. And then we came in and I thought we're not going to bounce after that drop on Friday, but we did bounce. So that kind of gives us a line in the sand. If we break under it, under Friday's low, then we should be lower to here. We should probably be lower to about 607 or so at least on the SPY. The same on the Qs. We started to get a little bit ahead of ourselves and then the market topped and I thought this might be the top for the next couple of days, but then we bounced, which created that hourly pivot. And so if we break under the pivot, then we're likely lower to 540, maybe even more, but at least to the 540 area. If you look at the weekly chart of the Qs and the SPY, super bullish breakout bar, but it is not unheard of at all to have, after that breakout bar, to have a narrow range bar, which means a sideways week this week. Okay, this upcoming week might be a sideways week. I think that will all be determined on maybe tomorrow, on Monday, by whether we take out Friday's low or not. If we take out Friday's low, then I'm expecting to get a pullback on the daily chart of the SPY and the Qs, and maybe end the week with a small red bar or a narrow range bar, which would set up as a 1, 2, 3. Would give us a pattern on the weekly chart as a 1, 2, 3 for the following week, not this week, but next week. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. But again, we'll have to wait and see whether the pivot low gets taken out or not on the hourly chart. Otherwise, if we hold above it, then the market the bias should be bullish. The bias should be bullish. In terms of what to watch, here's some ideas for you. I'm already in the yen, but not in the CWEB. The yen is the leveraged FXI. I'm already in the yen, but not in the CWEB. I'm looking to get into the CWEB. Where do we get in it if we were to get it? I think right here. Normally, the right entry is the one that's closest to the 20 MA, which is the blue line, not farther away from it. There's another entry there. But I'm looking to get in it if it takes out I think 40.75, yeah, 40.69, call it 40.75 with a stop under 37.10. I like the monthly a lot. I know it hasn't gone anywhere in the last couple of years, but if this ends up popping, you know, the sky's the limit, literally, on the CWEB. So I like it. HBM has a 1, 2, 3 on the daily chart. It's up a lot, but nice hourly chart. If we can take out the high, which is about 1070, I think, 1070, there you go, with a stop under 1040, that would trigger a 1, 2, 3 pattern for me. So I like it as a swing trade. MRX is a little bit difficult on the daily chart, but if you look at the weekly, that's a weekly buy setup. So I like it higher, over $41 with a stop under, instead of under the whole thing, maybe can use this bar's low for a tighter stop under 38.60. And target would be about 45, maybe target to the prior high around 49. So two targets on this. The OPRT is a base breakout, like it over whatever the highest point is. Stop can be under this bar's low or under the whole thing over here. Target is written all over it, about $9 on the OPRT. OPRT stands for opportunity. I'm kidding, but maybe that's a good opportunity right there. Over 7 770, I think. No, hold on. 760 with a stop under 680 and target about $9. UNH, I played it already off the lows. I tried to play it again and then I got shaken out. I'm looking to play it for a third time over 312. It's 311.80 with a stop under 295 or so, okay? Or 294 would be even better. On the UNH and target, there's a couple targets. There's the prior high, which is about here, but I think if we break out, it should take it out and reach the gap fill, which is about probably 375. Yeah, 375. So that would be my target on the UNH. That would be a really big play. The VSAT is similar to the HBM, up a lot, but it's got a 1, 2, 3 igniting bar, narrow range bar. But in this case, it has a 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 2 narrow range bars. So I like it higher over the highs. Stop right here. As far as target is concerned, I mean, it has a lot of room. The first target would be right here, about 1780. So it looks pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the daily chart. Hourly base breakout also. Like it, looks good. And then the XYZ looks higher. It broke out a little bit already, but looks higher to the to the 200 MA, which is about $70 on the XYZ. Beautiful. Gap down, and that was the bottom. This is the gap fade strategy, except that I didn't play it. I hesitated because it was right into the declining 20. I still remember it. It's right into that declining 20 over here. Let's see if I can go back far enough. It was basically into the 20, so I didn't play it, and it ended up being the bottom on block. This is what was used to be Square before, and then they changed the name to block, and then they changed the symbol to XYZ. That makes a lot of sense. XYZ. I'm kidding. So that's where it triggered right here, and I didn't play it, but I really could have into the declining 20. That's why I didn't. I could have if I paid attention to it the next day. It based, and then boom, right here, long base breakout at 48. It's at 68, 66. I mean, it would be up a lot. At any rate, I have a lot more ideas in the video description, but those are the ones that I wanted to highlight for tonight. Short ideas, I don't have a lot. I have a couple. The GIS, very bearish, basing at the lows. I do have more ideas, but they're not quite ready. I don't think. Like Cody is very weak. That's super weak. I think PCRX, if I'm correct about it. No, not PCR. Yeah, it might be PCRX. No, not PCRX. Something else. I have a few more ideas, but those are the ones that feel more ready to go. The GIS, which would be a short under 50.20 with a stop over 52.06. And then the Halo, that looks pretty good short under 51.90, I think. Let's take a look. 51.89 with a stop over 54.13. And the target would be the prior low. So this one looks pretty good. But as I said, I have a few more ideas in the video description. A dozen or so when it comes to the longs, such as the APLD. That's a weekly buy setup. It just needs to take out $11. I'm looking at the video description right now. The BBAI is a 1, 2, 3, but it's up a lot. Don't love it. Let's take a look at the ENVX. That's kind of a 1, 2, 3 also, but it's too big of a red bar. MDLZ is more of a longer term play. It's a weekly breakout, daily breakout, but it's not quite ready. It needs to kind of base up here towards the top of that base and then break out. What else do I have? I have MRX. I think I already went over it. MYGN, which I've been watching off the monthly climactic buy setup, but I don't love it. I'm not too sure about it. That's why I left it off our list. I like the NAK, but it's up a lot. The NAK looks pretty good, over 160 by $1.48, but again, it's up a lot. So that's the issue. I have two more ideas that are similar, which are not as extended, the VSAT and the HBM. So that's why I would go with these two over the NAK. There's Para, but it already triggered on the breakout. Lovely monthly chart on the PARA. Looks good on the monthly, looks good on the weekly. Let's take a look. What else? I mean, there's a bunch. RUM is a good weekly chart. SCHWB is a breakout on the daily. There's a few more. SMCI, which I talked about in last week's video, except it dropped, so it didn't trigger for me, and then it went back up. I think SMCI is headed towards the $60 to $65 area. UA might have bottomed. We saw a Nike gap up. So UA might have bottomed. It triggered the sell setup failure. Don't love it, but I think it goes higher on the UA, or UAA is even more liquid. So it would be over the base, stop under the pivot as a longer term play. I'm just looking at some of the charts that I haven't gone over. The WMB is a 1, 2, 3. Don't love it, but it actually recently broke out over a long-term base on the WMB weekly chart. So take a look at it. That's a breakout over like a year-long base. Not quite a year long, but a long-term base. So check out the, the ideas in the video description, but that will do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Best of luck with your trading next week.